Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharyamध्यamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Different techniques, different methods, different deities, different paths. Then what is the point that decides the person's enlightenment? Because in all paths, in all the ways, people achieve enlightenment. What is that it decides? Intensity. That decides the person's enlightenment, the higher experience. With intensity, whatever you do will be meditation. Without intensity, even if you meditate, it will be just a ritual. It will be just ritual. As I was telling, whenever I teach meditation to 100 people, I learn 100 versions of that same meditation. Mrutimatyadi matratvat tatopi visheshaha. The success depends on the person not on what he is doing, but what he is. But what he is, it depends on the intensity which he carries. Patanjali says, based on the intensity, low, medium and high, the success is achieved. I just want to drill this one point again and again and again, so that you will become intensely intense. You will become intensely intense. Otherwise, we do the same old things. See, intensity means the ability to stand for what you believe and break free from the past method of function, the past attitudes of function, past way of functioning. Please understand. Ability to break from the past way of functioning and live in a new way, to start in a new way. That is what I call intensity. Otherwise, we go on and on and on in the same way. You can see in your life, even inside your house, you will walk in the same route, sit in the same sofa, go to your bed the same way, and you will lie down in the same way, and you will come back and sit in the same chair in the dining table. You will eat and come out to the garage. You will drive in the same way. You will not even be alive, creative. I always tell my brahmacharis, my ashramites, at least do new mistakes. I will have some entertainment. Even for that, we don't have creativity. You need intensity to do things new. Otherwise, even your mistakes, same old, maybe a difference in quantity, little big or small, but not in the very quality. I have a story for you. A cowboy rode into town and went into the saloon for a few drinks. When he came out again, his horse was gone. He stormed back into the saloon and shouted, "Who stole my horse?" There was no reply. He was getting angry. Right If no one owns up to stealing my horse, I am going to do what I did in Arizona. Still there was silence. The cowboy was fuming. This is your last chance. If no one owns up to stealing my horse, I am going to do what I did in Arizona. Just then, a lone voice piped up. What did you do in Arizona? The cowboy said quietly, I walked home. You may be doing the same thing. When there is no intensity, you will be doing the same thing. You will be doing the same thing. Understand, intensity is not seriousness. Intensity means deep passions and passion. Deep passion and deep passions. Strong will and strong prayer. Strong will is passion. Deep prayer is passions. Please understand. If you understand intensity as just will, passion, sometime you may become serious. I have seen people become very serious. Seriousness is sickness. All seriousness is sickness. Somehow, the Indian spirituality is suffering with this one constipation. A long face. Yogi means a long face. If you see a yogi or some spiritual guy or claims to be a spiritual guy with a long face, he doesn't need your respect. He needs medicine for constipation. No, really. Many times, somehow that seriousness is associated with intensity. No. Intensity is sincerity, but not seriousness. You will be intense and be relaxed. Intensity without passions will raise number of thoughts. See, just intensity, passion without passions will raise number of thoughts. It may lead to outer world success, but never inner world success. Just a deep passions, acceptance without having number of thoughts may lead to inner world success, the silence, the peace, but not the ultimate enlightenment itself. Please understand. Just passion naturally will raise the number of thoughts. You will be successful in the outer world. The more number of thoughts you have, the more successful in the outer world. If you have just passions, you will deeply accept everything. You may be successful having peace in the inner world, but not the ultimate success, the enlightenment itself, which gives you the fulfillment in the outer world and the inner world. So the enlightenment is totality of passion and passions. Intense number of thoughts with a deep silence means your very frequency will be different. Very frequency will be different. People ask me, Swamiji, do enlightened persons have thoughts? Please understand, If you have 10 acre as your mind, for example, if your mind is a 10 acre, your inner space is 10 acre, all 10 acre is filled with thoughts. In my inner space, I have 10 million acres and some 100 acres are filled with thoughts. Negligible, but much more than you. Please understand. For the inner space I have, it is negligible. That is why we call no mind. But if you see the number of thought, the actual factual space, it is much more than you. It is much more than you. But because it is compared to the empty vast inner space, the space in which thoughts are there are very less. That is why we call it no mind. 10 million acre, just only 10 acre is used for agriculture. Will you even remember? No. Negligible. That is why I have mind which you don't understand by the word mind. So what you understand as mind, I don't have. That is not there. But it does not mean there are no thoughts. There is no process. The process is 100 times more intense than you, but the background and the canvas on which the process is happening, the space in which the process itself is happening, is so vast, the process is negligible. The process is negligible. So please understand, in the intensity, you do not have just passion. You have patience also. You became complete. You became fulfilled. You just radiate the truth. Intensity is a strong feeling that I should achieve, and strong prayer that I should achieve. It's like you put your whole being, you put the whole effort, and you know the ultimate is supporting you. It's like you will have a deep will, strong will and deep prayer. Even if anyone is missing, it can't be called as intensity. Strong will and deep prayer. Understand? If you understand the divine is supporting you, the effort you put, even if it is little, suddenly you see the success happens. Just by remembrance, the divine is supporting you. You don't even have to bother whether it is factual or not. You don't have to measure. Am I supported? How many hours it stood with me? What has happened? There is a story. One guy asked a boon from God. God, you should always be with me. God said, all right, I'll always be with you. So whenever this guy walks, he will see one more set of footprints behind him. Means God is walking. Whenever he is in joy, he will see two sets of footprints, he and God. Whenever he is in suffering, he will see only one set of footprints. So he called the God again. What is this? Whenever I am in joy, you are following me. When I am in suffering, there is only one set of footprint. You are not following me. God laughs and says, fool, when you are in joy, you are walking, I am following you. When you are in suffering, I am carrying you. So the footprint which you see is mine, not yours. So be very clear. When you are intense, when you just remember, he is there supporting even simple effort, suddenly you see it will become reality, success. It will become success. So even a simple thought that is there, please understand. First Patanjali talks about samadhi states, then he talks about intensity. The next sutra he talks about is surrender. means strong will and strong prayer. Even the idea you are supported, suddenly you will see you are successful. You are successful. The next sutra is Ishvara Pranidhananiva. Just by surrendering, people can become enlightened. Just by remembering, you are supported, you achieve. I have a story for you. A man drove his car into a ditch on a quiet country lane. Fortunately, a farmer passed by with a horse. This guy asked, "Could your horse pull my car out of the ditch?" Driver asked. Farmer said, "Buddy is a big strong horse. We will see what he can do. He will be able to do it, I think." Anyhow, the farmer hitched the buddy up to the car and said, "Pull, Blackie, pull." Buddy, the horse, did not move an inch. Then farmer said, "Pull, Samson, pull." Buddy did not move an inch. Then the farmer said, "Pull, try, pull." Buddy did not move an inch. Then the farmer said, "Pull, buddy, pull." And Buddy, the horse, effortlessly pulled the car out of the ditch. The driver was grateful but mystified. He asked the farmer, "Tell me, why did you keep calling your horse by the wrong names? Like Blackie, Samson, Troy." The farmer said, "Well, you see, my buddy is blind, and if he thought he was the only one pulling, he will never move." We are all blind. If we think we are the only one pulling, we will never even try. We will not even try. We will not even move. So be very clear. Intensity means simply happen. Things will simply happen. That is why Patanjali, just with intensity, he puts the next sutra, Ishvara Pranidhananiva. By surrender, the ultimate is achieved.